is Soumya Sharma. My company is called the Butterfly Effect. In BNI, my category is that of a behavioral coach. Now, before I tell you what I do, I think it's important to share with you what got me to doing this and what's the real reason I do what I do. So let's turn the clock back, say 20 years. I was in the first year of my college studying psychology in Delhi University. And I wanted to study psychology for the simple reason that it was my passion to help people transform. But while I was studying traditional psychology, some things that struck me were the focus on looking at one aspect of the person but missing out on the whole. One school of thought said, only the thoughts are real, or we need to only focus on thoughts to make a change. Some said it's all about the behavior. Another said, none of this matters, it's all about what's going on in the unconscious. And one thought that kept nagging at me was the fact that all of these are true, but perhaps none of them are complete. And that got me thinking, what if there was a way to look at the whole person, the whole system, in fact, that the person came from? We may be busy thinking this is the problem, but this is part of a whole system. And that was one of the key nagging ideas that really got me to look in other directions. The other was, traditional psychology, in my opinion, took too long. We went on for years and years to a counselor or a psychologist, and I often wondered, did change really happen because we addressed the root cause? Or did it happen because we'd been in the same place with the therapist for years and years, and perhaps with time things just changed? And finally, as I looked around, and this was just my personal experience, I'm not talking about a whole community here, I noticed that people were perhaps not doing their own inner work. And therefore in the sessions, there was a lot of projection, but not really focusing on what is phenomenologically real for the person in that moment. We never really focused on the person. The questions triggered me enough to look in other directions, and that led me into a corporate career. I went and worked with HCL Technologies for 4.5 years, grew very quickly in the organization, took on some extremely important roles. But one thing that was very important for me to realize was, at the end of the day, people are people. The marketing head is not fighting with the HR head because of what is happening on the surface, but really what was getting triggered was something on the inside. It's not about my overwhelm or my lack of abilities as a leader, but it's actually about what's really going on for me inside when I'm not able to express my point outside. People are people, irrespective of the space that we're in. All of these thoughts together led me to learn more things. Over the years, I learned many other deep methodologies. I started a practice on the side while I still had my corporate job. And eventually, knowing that I found my path, I left my corporate job to start what is today known as the Butterfly Effect.